is Cheryl Shuman. You are a legacy brand in the industry in yourself. And I've followed you for years, and your story is so real. It's really truly like trying to heal yourself. And so all these years and California's market, and now you're here in the EU. What is your perception, and what do you think the opportunities are for brands and for companies and for the people that are leading here, as you did in the California market? What do you think some of the biggest opportunities are in the EU market right now?
So I've gone into a lot of emerging markets. We started in California, then Oregon, Washington, Nevada, 27 states now legal, and then Canada, and as you saw on the slides, Colombia, Mexico, and they're all coming on board. So it's literally, I hate to say it's like a wildfire, but it's a wildfire in a good way, because people get ignited, they get impassioned, they start learning that there is an answer that's other than opioids. Opioids one of our biggest problems right now. So as far as Malta, the reason I'm here, what I want to do, we're in production on a TV show. It's a new series. It's called Money to Burn, and it's all about the business of cannabis. And right now we have 5 bids on it by 5 different networks. But I want to show how real life is in the cannabis industry, and most of the shows that have been produced are, quite frankly, the stupid stoner shows. And the bottom line is there are some tear-jerking, heartwarming, human stories when you hear people who are involved and how we've all built this. This is a grassroots effort. It is a movement. And I think that there's so much opportunity here for investors because of the tax structure, as well as every emerging market needs education. They need to understand about the plant, because most people have only been since the reefer madness days, where they were told that if you used cannabis that you would rape women and women would go crazy. Oh, you've never seen reefer madness? Oh gosh, okay, you've got to check out reefer madness. But it's like, oh, it's just so asinine. That's not what this is all about. And when I was using cannabis and using CBD, they were like, there's no such thing as something with pot that doesn't get you high. And I'm like, yes, there is. No, there isn't. Yes, there is. And it's like, that's why I feel like I have to go into emerging markets, because quite frankly, I'm an old timer. I've been in this since 1992, but it's really, really cool. And as you see one domino fall after the other, it's like, I swear, I'm going to be 60 in March, but I still get giggly like a little kid. It's like, oh my God, because I see children being saved, children with Dravet syndrome, epilepsy. I see seniors that have chronic pain issues, and, just for quality of life. And as in my presentation, this assisted living center that I work with in Israel, it's for, their patients are 100 and older, and most of their sole intake is cannabinoids. Very little pharmaceuticals at all. And when you see that and witness that with your own eyes, you can't just sit in your chair anymore. Get activated, get lit, get woke, whatever it takes, but do it,
You're a pioneer in the industry, and you also went into people's homes. So when you created the Beverly Hills Cannabis Club, it was about actually educating and firsthand knowledge, creating relationships, building relationships, and making people feel that they could actually learn from you and from each other, and it was okay. And I think that's a big part of the destigmatization, the normalization, the new normal is being comfortable talking about it and being comfortable sharing and learning. How did you really create that? What happened there?
Well, when I first started doing media, I was literally bombarded with women around the world who had sick children. And you have to understand, as a woman, if you use cannabis in any way, especially with a child, you can go to prison and they will take your children, they will take your home, they will take everything you have. So there's a tremendous amount of fear. And this is in 2005. And I just got call after call after call, so I started a not-for-profit called Moms for Marijuana. And it was kind of a platform where you could go in and we can talk to you in your chat rooms. We will also speak to you at home, answer any questions you have. There's never a fee, there's never a charge. All we want to do is help people get well and find the legitimate resources, the real doctors, not the snake oil salesman, and really help them learn how to use cannabis, the different ways to use cannabis. Is it flower? Do you want to smoke it? Do you want to vape it? Do you want to infuse it in your food? Because some people don't like smoking, they don't like vaping, but they like to eat, especially with cancer patients. So the thing to think about with that is anything that you can infuse with an olive oil or a butter or whatever, you can make so many different recipes from that. And you can literally put cannabis in almost any kind of food. So in the States, the best selling products right now are edibles. And it can be bakery edibles, it can be olive oil, it can be spaghetti sauce, and it's already cannabis infused. So we started working with some of the top chefs, some 5-star Michelin rated chefs, to start doing this. And that's exactly what we started doing. We were getting mommy groups together with Moms for Marijuana. We have over 8 million members now. And a lot of times our reach will go over to several billion because they'll share with other people. People pick it up because of the taglines. But it's interesting because even though a lot of women are afraid to show their face because they're in illegal markets, and rightfully so, no one wants to go to jail, but I'm honored and happy that I can help them, whether it be through the internet or a phone call or a Skype call, because a lot of them just need help. They just need some reassurance, and they're scared, and all they want to do is make their child well. And we can do that. So why not?
I haven't seen like any lack of interest in working with women, but like you said, there is those stigmas and those concerns around the laws and legalization, and that's all being broken down. As far as your experience from being here for the last 2 days, what really sets Medcann apart for you compared to any other event that you've gone to?
The best thing that I find about Medcann is Deepak and I have known each other for years. When the Canadian market first opened up, and I see Chuck Rafucci's on there, I'm like, hey, God, we've known each other for years. And even though that market's only been in development for 6-7 years, but these are people who are also pioneers. So to understand, the industry is a lot different today than it was. When I first got into it, it was pretty much all gangster. There were no professionals, male or female, in this industry. And quite frankly, until a lot of those professionals learned about cannabis and what it really was, and it's like, oh, hey, maybe this is legitimate. And, oh, wow, look, it's getting legalized in all these states. And oh, wow, maybe I should really look into this. Yeah, you should. And that's why we have so many people in this now. Like when you see Steve, the gentleman that was up first, he was talking about going to Colorado. A lot of people are coming to the States now to get in on, to understand, how do we do this? How do we fast track it? But I think by having credible, legitimate news and documentaries and all that, that's how we educate the people today. But we also have other ways, and that's why I'm doing a lot of these moms groups, and sometimes only 4 to 8 people. And what we'll do is we'll take the products over to them, we'll show them how to make cannabis better, we'll show them how to make infused olive oil. If they have a specific thing that their child likes, because their child has Dravet syndrome or epilepsy, we will show them how to make it, and we'll make sure that they get lab-tested, organic ingredients.
Fantastic. Well, Cheryl, thank you so much for being with us today. So great to have you here.